Harry Kane is one striker who will finish you and nail you when you let him give him the opportunity. He doesn't really need so much chances to be able to put so much away or to be able to score. He only needs one and he buries it. And then he was on top of his games against Chelsea. You know, when you're playing Enzo Maresca is a technically gifted coach. I have to give him that. But then one problem I had with the game was persons who feel, this was why if you told PSG had already played so many legs. It was tired legs that made Chelsea win them. No, Chelsea were too good against PSG that night. There was no need saying if it were Bayern Munich, Chelsea would not have won them. After all, the Bayern Munich side that Chelsea won in the Champions League final in 2012 was stronger than this current Bayern Munich side that they played last night. You understand? Now, what I want to make you understand is that you see in this game of football is a game of chance. You understand? It's a game of chance. And you're never going to win all your games. Now, Bayern Munich have the quality up front. But then Chelsea had so much lapses behind. I'm talking about defensively. They had so much lapses. I think for once we saw a situation where there was no connection between Chelsea's midfield and defense to help shield. And then see the errors that led to those goals. The penalty situation, the Chalobah own goal. I'm not going to blame him for the own goal. It's part of the game most of the time. You know, it's a reflex action. You don't know when that's happened. But how about the penalty situation? You don't clatter into a person like that. You do not clatter into a player like that. When you do that, you make decision very, very easy for the referee. And if you make decision easy for the referee, you know you really, really did bad. Yes. Chelsea on their own were not, to be honest, Chelsea did not create a reasonable number of chances. It's not as if they were so terrible in the game. Not when looking at that Bayern Munich side, you give them the plaudits. Luis Diaz had a great game. Olise had a great game. Gnabry had a great game. Harry Kane had a great game as well. Then Palmer was the one who scored the one that seemed like consolation towards the end of the game. You understand? That goal ended up being a consolation per se. But then you have to also give kudos to Vincent Kompany for putting out a team that went out there to get a result. But just need to work on so much on the attack. The attack needs to be productive enough. For me, I don't know why it took the coach so long to introduce Garnacho. You understand? But we need to start seeing more of Garnacho in Chelsea games instead of coming off the bench. Or you will say he didn't have a proper preseason. But then, as it stands now, the coach needs to start utilizing his options. There is no need. You are bringing him off the bench. Okay, maybe you want to give him some run of a precision training session. Okay, that's not bad. But then Gittins is also there. Have so much confidence in the player. They need to stand behind the player. Shapiro didn't have one of the best nights ever. Of course, that's one of the things I said. There will be days where he wouldn't have one of his best nights or one of his best days. The fans need to stand behind those players. So Chelsea went to Allianz Arena but couldn't pick up maximum points, but managed to pick up one goal. That was not the expectation, but that's football for you. You win some, you lose some. Let's have your thoughts in the comment section, Chelsea fans.